Welcome to Feisty Chess. I've got white today against Kamal Aboker. On Lee Chess, 10 plus 5. I'm playing e4, and we've got a Caro Kann. Okay, let's try the two knights against it. That's simple enough. Our next two moves are going to be playing our knights out to their natural squares. This is what I've played for a long time against Caro Kann. I've been working on the fantasy, but I feel like a bit of a change up here. Okay, against this, it's either h3 or take. I think h3 first. Yeah. Then if they back up, that's trouble. Okay, now we take here. Now that the bishop has moved away, we've got this check. And he's got to block with the knight here. But then, once we kick this bishop, we play knight e5, and we've got a lot of pressure on black. It's not that he's lost. I think he needs to play queen d6 here. I'm probably going to follow with d4. Queen c7. I don't think that's very good, because d4 is going to be followed by bishop f4. And then black is in a little bit of trouble. Ooh. Our opponent is strong rated here, so let's get serious. Let's get feisty, I should say. All right, he's going to meet this with bishop d6. But I don't think that's good enough. Bishop f4, bishop d6, take. I suppose he just takes. Okay, I think queen e2 is really strong here, because that threatens knight takes d5. So that's queen e2 looks pretty good. Then bishop d6 is no good, because knight takes d5 just wins things. Yeah, and a6 doesn't get him out of it because knight takes d5 anyway, I believe. Let's look at bishop f4. Bishop f4, and then I think bishop d6 is a natural follow-up. Take. He's got to take back. He can take back either way, but probably this way. And then take, take. His queen ends up on d6. Let me go with queen e2. This leaves d4 a little loose, but the only piece that's attacking it is not, because he's pinned. Okay. He could castle. Queen, that would be bold. He goes for this. I don't think this wins. I don't think this works. So I think knight takes d5 is too good here. Hits the queen. He's got to move the queen. Let's say queen b8. Oh, yeah, then knight takes. Okay, I'm winning a pawn. Let's just grab that pawn. Not lose too much time here. Yeah, bishop d6 was a little too rote, a little too quick. I'm curious to look at these lines, because I'm pretty sure I'm better here, but maybe even winning like a pawn. But if he played like rook d8, guarding that pawn, I'm not so sure. And then later he's got queen c8 if I go bishop f4. Okay, so the reason this works tactically, takes is the obvious move, but then this is a check. This is a check. I know this wins because this is a check, and then I'll be able to pick up a rook in the corner. At least the exchange, maybe get away with a whole rook. So he can't take the knight. He can't take my knight on d5. Okay, back there. Now if takes, I can just come back bishop here. I don't need to move my knight from d4 is the thing. Maybe I can play f4 with the idea of f5. He'll get knight e7 in next move if we don't do anything about it. So maybe just knight back to c3. That seems kind of lame. Knight here isn't possible. Take, and then here, and then both of these are pinned, but that looks kind of loose. Let's do this. We'll get the bishop pair, and maybe get my other bishop out next. And now this knight is safe too. We can play a6 before we want to take on c6 ourselves. So we're up a pawn here. Maybe bishop g5 is coming. Maybe just bishop d2. Those seem to be the only possibilities for our bishop. I'm not going to castle kingside. So probably bishop d2 and then castle queenside. Maybe c3 would be worth playing here. Just shoring things up. I like bishop d2. The knight may come back to c3. Oh, hang on. Okay, one problem is this. Bishop d2, then a6. You know, I've got bishop f4. I can go bishop f4 thanks to my knight. Okay, I like the look of that the best. That makes a threat. If he takes, I just take back with my knight. And this knight's still pinned. I'm going to have time to castle. I didn't like bishop d2, and then if a6, he can recapture with the queen after I take on c6. That hits this, and it pins this knight to that rook. So this is better. We're a little low on time, but we've definitely got a better position. And if he goes to a6, funny he would come back there. I'm just going to hit his queen again. Oh, he wants that check, but the bishop is guarded, so yeah, this is fine. I also have knight e6. Knight e6, take, queen here, and we're trading queens. Okay, that's not that good. Knight d5. It's just such a great spot for the knight. And if he tries this, I can come back with knight c3. I can even go b4. So yeah, back here. We're low on time. All right, he's coming this way. Now c4. Queen e5. Yeah. Oh, no. He's going to take. He's going to take. Okay. Let's go c4. Getting into the woods of it here. You could castle queenside. Yeah, castle queenside looks good here. I think he'll get the pawn back. It's okay. If he gets the pawn back, I might still have an advantage. Hmm. Yeah, castling looks really strong for black. If not, I'm going to play queen e5 and try to simplify into a pawn up game. Pawn up. Yeah, okay. All right. He's got to take with the pawn once I take here. So we're going to do this. If he takes with the queen, I've got to... No, I don't. He can take with the queen. And then I think I'm screwed. He can take with the queen. Ooh. I really screwed that up. This is looking ugly. How do I stir up some trouble here? I don't have a double rook sacrifice. I'd like to. I am still up a pawn for what that's worth. Ah, didn't get castled. If I castle now, I'm down a whole piece. Hmm. Okay, there's not a good spot to put my king. I can't castle here. This pins the pawn. I come here. That doesn't look good because, well, let's try this. I mean, he's gonna take here. Ugh, this is really bad. It's such a good start. Really advantageous position against somebody rated a lot higher. Had my chance to take down this giant here, but it's not going to happen. We can at least open up the file to the king. He needs to take with the queen now. And that's not a problem because he's doubling up. Let's use that rook. Try to hide on the king side after queen takes here. Yeah, this is terrible. This is terrible. This rook is already. Maybe I can try this. If b4, then rook. If b5, then rook b4 holds on a while. Okay, let's. Gosh, what am I doing here? Queen d3 holds onto this pawn. He's got the knight check. And then I have to play king e1 and maybe get the king to f1. So let's do this. If he brings a rook here, I just got to go to f1. Okay, well, he's not on my h-pawn anymore. So we're going to f1. Oh, yep. Good eye. I mean, I can take, oops, I can take, and then there's the fork. So knight comes here. Forkity fork, fork. And my queen's gone. Okay, this shouldn't take too long to lick this particular wound. And look at this. I know I've got a great position. I know that bishop h5 is a problem. Although it doesn't look that terrible here. Okay, yeah, take, and then the bishop check. Yep, g4. Knight e5. Actually, it's an even game here. Queen c7. d4. e6. Okay, queen e2. We're following along. What's the computer think of this position? I got a mild advantage. But I actually, yeah. Yeah, knight takes d5, and I'm winning here. Queen c8. Bishop f4. I took. Still, I'm winning. Trying to simplify. c3. Yeah, that makes sense. I went here. I'm still good. He's goading me here. He's goading me into this move that I played. Now it's a game. He's going to get that pawn back. Knight e3 is the best I've got. That makes sense. Now if queen takes, I've at least got rook. I guess c3. Okay. Well, it's a game. Instead, here, I panicked and I went c4. So just giving the pawn back. Just give the pawn back. Now I allow him to castle, and he's completely winning. Wow, c4 is a tremendous mistake. Now, still okay here, but two big mistakes in a row. One is jumping in here, not seeing queen d6. What if I take? Yeah, queen c6. That's the same problem. And taking here doesn't solve any problems either. Rook c1 is apparently the way to go. Allowing this. That's not even the move. Allowing this. Okay. Queen 6 check. Okay, it gets a little bit interesting. Not really interesting enough. Bishop takes c6 is the recommended line. There must be other lines like queen. No, because queen a5 check. Okay, so first you take. And if queen c6, now you just castle. And you live in the dream here. You got d5 coming. If black castles, queen e3 and everything's guarded. Actually, if black castles, I might. No, you don't want to do that. Yeah, queen e3. Got ideas of this. And if he takes here, now knight d3. And this knight's going to have a delicious square on c5. Okay, well, I kind of let that one slip between my fingers. All right. Well, is there anything else to see here? I mean, he was just completely winning after c4. So big mistake here. Just, yeah, I've got to watch out for, the reason this is no good is because of queen fork now. So just take this off and then play as needed. If here, then castles to protect my rook in the corner. And if here, just knight comes to safety, and I'm going to castle next move. Up a pawn, better pieces. Well, I don't know, 2.2 seems a lot here. I go up a pawn, but black has plenty of time to develop. Oops, I can castle. But black gets plenty of play. If he castles on the opposite side, then I guess I've got some play with this idea. Anyway, tough loss. I was trying to more carefully, but the time just ticks away so fast. Well, that's life. Stay feisty, folks. See ya.